Sure.
Okay, so let's start with raising our Kundalinis, putting ourselves in a bandhan and putting our feet in the water. So let's start today's meditation by working on our Muladhara, our left and right channels. And to do a little bit of clearing to settle our minds and our attention. And then just listening to a short talk of Shri Mataji and finishing with meditation. So working on the left side, on the left Muladhara, right hand towards Mother Earth. Say, Mother, you who are Shri Ganesha, please establish your innocence within me. Let us put our attention and humbly request and pray to Shri Ganesha to allow our Kundalini to rise on our central channel, to establish the connection with our Divine Mother, and eternal joy at Sahasra and beyond. We'll say one mantra to Shri Nirmal Ganesha.
Om Tvameva Sakshat
Shri
Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat
Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Devi Namo. Shri Mataji, please purify my emotions and desire. Mother, please let me be surrendered, such that the light of my spirit shines on my conditionings and helps to dissolve it. To not be identified with it and be surrendered at your lotus feet. Working on our right Muladhara, we'll have our right hand on our lap, left hand towards Mother Earth. Humbly requesting Mother to let us be worthy of her attention, worthy of being in Sahaj. Say one mantra to Shri Kartikeya. Sakshat Shri Kartikeya
Sahaja
Shri
Shri Mataji
Shri
Shri Mataji Namo
Shri Mataji, please purify my actions. By your grace, please help me go beyond thoughts and doubts. Both hands on our lap. We'll say one mantra to Shri Adi Kundalini.
Tvameva Sakshat
Sakshat
Shri
Shri Adi
Kundalini
Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Mataji Namo. Settling our attention. Mother, please bless us with the knowledge of how to surrender and maintain our balance and to be completely fulfilled within. The one mantra to Shri Adi Guru Dattatreya. Om
Tvameva Sakshat
Sakshat Shri Adi Guru Dattatreya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri.
Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Move our attention to the Agya. Mother, you who are the one that dwells in the space between the thoughts, please grant me the state of thoughtless awareness. One mantra to Shri Nirvichar Samadhi. Shri Nirvichara Samadhi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Mataji Namo. We bring our attention down to our heart. Mother, please bless me, us with complete integration. Please bless me with complete integration within my being, my heart, my mind, and my attention, to establish complete satisfaction and joy within myself. One mantra to Shri Shiva Parvati. Om Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati
Sakshat
Shri Adi Shakti
Mataji
Shri Mataji Namo Namaha. Move our attention to the Sahasrara. I request Shri Mataji, please establish your lotus feet on my Sahasrara. Mother, establish divine guidance in my brain. Please dissolve my brain in the enlightenment of the Spirit and the Divine, so that I can obey my spirit or myself within myself by vibratory awareness, to establish positive thinking that manifests the divine in my brain. Mother, please come in my brain. Please reside in my brain. Please make your rule in my brain. Mother, you be the controller of this brain. Let this brain be guided by your divine wisdom. We say the third mantra of the three great mantras. Om
Tvameva Sakshat
Sakshat Shri Mataji Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Mataji Namo. Wash our feet and take our feet out of the water and listen to a short talk of Shri Mataji.
Nirananda. See, you can only describe it. You cannot explain. Where there is complete joy, then there is no happiness and unhappiness. You do not feel happiness or unhappiness. These are the qualities of the ego and superego. In Sahaja Yoga, as you grow from one to another, there are different types of anandas. Like we can say the spirit, when you see the spirit, you get an anand called swananda. That means you feel your spirit, yourself, and you feel very happy. Then you give realization to others, you get parananda, joy of others. But when you get the enjoyment of well-being in health and materially all right and everything in santosha, in complete satisfaction, then it's brahmananda. And like that, you start feeling higher and higher joys within yourself, because your nerves start opening to new dimensions. So you can say that at the Krishna level you get Krishnananda, where you get the sweetness, the madhurya. And when you see your generosity, then you get Shivananda. And when you be with children, you get Ganeshananda. And that can be described. All those can be described. But Niranand cannot be described because it's Mahamaya's joy. All these joys put together is Niranand. So there is no place for ego and superego at all. The complete Sahasrara is opened out, and nothing but the complete rapport is established with the divine, and there is a pouring of light all the time in the head and the light going back. That you have seen in my photograph. As if the Sahasrara becomes like a sucking child from the universal mother, sucking the joy inside, and it is again reflecting back. It would be like the waves reach the shores, and then they are again repleted, they go back, and then they form a pattern. Now the joy out of that pattern, how can you describe? The only thing about Nirananda is that you have Mahamaya so close and so far away. That's the speciality. Complete total. Silence then, complete silence. You don't think, just silence. You cannot put into words anymore. Because the words break with the force of the Anand. They cannot hold it. All right? So here the joy becomes Niranand, absolute joy. Nothing but joy. Complete freedom. So you have all kinds of joys. As I told you before, you have Swananda, the joy of the spirit. Then you have got Brahmananda, the joy of well-being. You have got Leelananda or Krishnananda, where you have the joy of the play. But when you reach the state of Sahasrara, it is Nirananda, means sheer, absolute joy. Though the name Nira is my name, it means absolute. So when you put such an adjective before anything else, it becomes absolute. Thus you become absolute. And when you are at that state of absolute, then there is no place for anything else to be there but yourself. But let us see what is absolute. That means it is not relative. It has no relative quality. Absolute cannot be compared. Atulaniya, it cannot be compared. It cannot be related to anything. It is absolute. It cannot be comprehended because it cannot be related to anything else through which we can comprehend. It is absolute. Whatever way you try to know it, you go away from absolute. Whenever you try to analyze the absolute, you are away from it. So this is what at Sahasrara you get, Niranand. In different stages of Sahaja Yoga, we had to start from Sharira Ananda, means the Ananda of the body. Manasa Ananda, the joy of the Manasa, the sight. Then you can say Ahankara Ananda, where you have to have the satisfaction of the ego. But the state has now to be established within us is of Nirananda. Then what is the question of fear? What is the question of talking about it? You cannot talk. Because how will you relate it? I cannot say it is like this, it is like that. There are no words for absolute to describe. Only by negation, not this, not this, not this, what remains is absolute. So you reach the state of absolute. And that is the state a complete communication is established. And in that communication, you have nobody else but the absolute within you. That is the Sahasrara Puja you are here for. That is the level to which you should aspire. That should be the ascent which should be established within ourselves. We don't have to go to Himalayas. We don't have to do anything drastic. Remaining in this world, we have to become the absolute, the only, Kevalam. There's nothing like how for it. You just become. You just become like a flower becomes a fruit. It's all built in, within it. Allow it to work out. Just by surrendering, you become. Surrender. And you'll be surprised, you will be at the state where you will enjoy your absoluteness. It is absolute love, it is absolute compassion, it is absolute power. The words stop. The description stops. You just become the Absolute and feel your absoluteness through it, with that oneness. If somebody is not with you, you don't worry. There's no company needed. You're alone, enjoying the Absolute. There only you can enjoy the Absolute in others also, in the best form, without seeing anything else but the Absolute. May God bless you.
Mother, you who are the source of absolute joy, of Nirananda within me, please establish your presence on my Sahasrara. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Nirananda Rupena Samstita. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha.
माताजी दया करो, माताजी दया करो, मन में आन बसो, मन में आन बसो। माताजी दया करो, मन में आन बसो। माताजी दया करो, तुम बिना लागे सुनो, तुम बिना लागे सुनो। खाली घट में प्रेम भरो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो। माताजी दया करो, मन में आन बसो। माताजी दया करो, तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो, तंत्र मंत्र पूजा
Just raise our Kundalinis and put the bandhan on.
Mataji, daya karo, tum bina lage suno, tum bina lage suno, khali ghat mein prem bharo, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो, माता जी दया करो, मन में आन बसो, माता जी तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो, तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो, मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानो, मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानो, सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको, सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको, अब तो आकर बहादुरो, अब तो आकर बहादुरो, ओ माता जी, माता जी, माता जी दया करो, माता जी दया करो.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you very much, Rita.